John Wick was expected to fail. Here's why it didn't. When John Wick hit theaters in 2014, few expected it to succeed. Keanu Reeves, while beloved, hadn't had a major hit since the Matrix trilogy. The marketing was quiet. The premise, a retired assassin seeking revenge for his dead dog, seemed absurd at first glance, and it was directed by two stunt coordinators, Chad Stahelski and David Leitch, making their debut behind the camera. But instead of failing, John Wick exploded into a phenomenon, launching one of the most stylish, influential action franchises of the 21st century. So what happened? One, a simple story with emotional weight. At its core, John Wick is a revenge story. After his wife dies of illness, John receives a final gift from her, a beagle puppy named Daisy. That fragile piece is shattered when a group of Russian gangsters, led by the reckless Lozef Tarasov, played by Alfie Allen, steal his car and kill his dog. It's a straightforward setup, but it works. The audience instantly sympathizes with John. The violence feels personal, not just action for action's sake. That emotional anchor turns a ridiculous premise into a cathartic journey. 2. Keanu Reeves, the reluctant legend. Keanu Reeves plays John Wick with quiet intensity. His grief is palpable. He doesn't talk much, but when he does, every word matters. Reeves trained for months in judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and gun fu, performing most of his own stunts. This authenticity resonates. You believe he's the Baba Yaga, a man not to be messed with. Reeves' own career parallels Wick's story, a fallen hero rising from grief and obscurity. That meta-narrative helped audiences root for both the actor and the character. 3. The action clean, controlled, revolutionary. John Wick changed the language of modern action. Unlike shaky cam and chaotic cuts of other films of the time, Stahelski and Leitch prioritized clarity. Long takes, wide shots, and choreographed violence defined their style. Gun fu, a mix of martial arts and precision shooting, felt fresh. Wick reloads in real time. He uses his environment creatively. The fights are brutal but elegant, blending realism with stylized flair. Action fans were hooked. 4. The hidden world building. Beneath the revenge plot lies a secret criminal underworld, the Continental Hotel, ruled by its own code, currency, gold coins, and etiquette. Characters like Winston Lon McShane, Sharon Lance Reddick, and Aurelio John Leguizamo hint at a larger, unseen world. This quiet, confident world-building intrigued viewers. It didn't over-explain, but invited us to explore more. It made Wick's universe feel lived in and mythic ripe for sequels and spin-offs. 5. Budget and style overhype. With a modest $20 million budget, John Wick focused on execution, not explosions. It didn't rely on CGL spectacle, but real stunts, creative lighting, and atmospheric cinematography. The neon-lit visuals gave it a noir meets modern look that stood out. Word of mouth did the rest. Audiences were surprised by how good it was. Critics praised its clean action, tone, and emotional core. The film quietly grew into a cult hit, earning over $6 million worldwide and redefining Keanu's career. 6. Authentic filmmaking by stunt professionals. Directors Chad Stahelski and David Leitch knew action inside out. Instead of trying to mimic big-budget blockbusters, they made something personal and tight. Their respect for the genre shows in every frame. They gave stunt work the spotlight it had long deserved, and Hollywood noticed. Conclusion: from underdog to con, John Wick was expected to fail because on paper, it didn't fit Hollywood's formula. Lacked studio hype, had an odd premise, and was helmed by unknown directors. But by focusing on story, character, style, and authentic action, it delivered something audiences were starving for, a reason to care. It wasn't just about revenge, it was about grief, discipline, and myth. And in doing so, John Wick didn't just succeed, it redefined modern action cinema.